Okay, hello, welcome back to our playthrough of Faction Wars for Heroes of Might and Magic 2. I am kind of surprised I'm recording this today because I've had a very exhausting day of work, so I'm not sure how long this episode is going to be, but I do want to play while I still have some ideas fresh in my mind. So one thing I will go back on immediately is the suggestion that Zom is going to take on UAC. On reflection, he is nowhere near strong enough to do that. I guess if we can get ourselves the 3 extra red dragons from this dragon city, 5 red dragons might just about stand a chance, but frankly it's probably not worth trying to do that, and if anything we want to try and stay away from UAC as much as possible. So it's pretty tempting to go to the east, or just to kind of mill around until the start of month 2, week 4. If we go to the west instead, we could try and take the graveyard. There's not really too much we can do there, but we can go to the Tree of Knowledge as well. So I think we're going to go in that direction first. Then we've got a couple more heroes who can move. This guy, I think we're going to actually save our gold instead of rushing into the Dragon City there. We're going to go back to this town instead. We're going to go straight for the Cathedral, which is a lot of our crystals gone, but we've still got a decent number. And we're going to just allow those paladins to accumulate. We're going to go across to this, and we're going to trade for a couple more wood. Then we're going to go ahead. Let me just check this is the right one. Yep. Okay, we're going to go for the Mage Guild level 3. And that gets us Earthquake, Holy Word, and Master Spell. So Holy Word would have been useful against the orange player, and could still be useful against red, but I think both of those players are, if anything, the 2 we're going to take out first. Purple is a real problem. This map in general is getting more and more chaotic. Not sure exactly how we're going to deal with everything that's going on. Our main hero, despite the fact we're now fighting about 4 or 5 different players at once, our main hero is only getting weaker, if anything. Our income is not really holding up. We're losing 30% of our resources to the penalty, so we must be losing thousands of gold per turn at this point. We're still getting 13,000 per turn though, which is pretty good, but it's not enough to pay for all the units we're potentially accumulating. We're going to send this guy to the west, and we're just going to go to the gazebo and probably come straight back. In fact, I will go for estates because I did just say that we're running out of gold. Going to go to the oasis, which we can't actually use. Going to go to this, which hasn't been gone to yet this week. This is kind of close to UAC, so we're going to start pulling back. And we'll come back to Dragon City maybe at the start of next week. This guy doesn't really have too much to do. He's already got a full set of artifacts. So probably the best thing we can do with him is let's go over to this. Let's grab ourselves some spell points and let's beeline towards the gold. Just get 1,000, no option of experience. No room for fire elementals because we have some units we probably don't need. I guess we could go take on the Medusas. That should be, I think, doable. We're going to try it. Okay, so if we lose a 1 stack here, that's completely fine. I probably shouldn't have gone for this, but never mind. Let's see what we can do. So, Death Ripple is not going to work too well for us. Lightning Bolt, 200 points of damage, Cold Ray 240. We must have the Icicle artifact. Didn't really look. That is all of the spells we have. Can't really see anything else we'd go for. I guess Cold Ray. So the stack we most want to protect, I guess the Paladin, but it doesn't really make too much difference. We're going to send this one towards the bottom. Just see how this goes. So they are fairly fast. Okay, so the Medusas creep slightly closer. They should now be in range of the Nomads. We're going to go for Cold Ray on this stack. Go for the attack on this one. Okay, fortunately we don't get turned to stone. This guy's going to go down to protect the Magi. This guy goes for this, finishes them off. This thing is probably about to be attacked, so they have 4 speeds. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. They can reach us. Probably best off moving up to there, even though that does block us in. It at least saves us for 1 turn. These guys should stay in place because they're protecting the Magi. Couple of losses to the Nomads. Okay, next round begins. Let's go for Cold Ray once again. Let's go for it on this stack. Let's kill them off. And go for this. Those go down too. These defend. These go for this, although I don't know if it actually helps us. Okay, it does allow us to finish those off. These are 4 speeds, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no escape. Try going down, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, nowhere we can go, so best thing we can do is just attack. Hope we don't take too many losses, and I actually wouldn't have minded, of course, losing 1 stack here, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. Okay, so a few losses, and we do now have access to this, but again, we can't actually do any recruiting, so I guess we start moving back. I would like to pick this artifact up, but there's not really much we can do. Okay, so that's all of our gold spent, or in fact, not quite. So what else should we go for? So in this town, not really too much we can build. Actually, there is one thing I thought I should build up, which is this town, perhaps, if it does get attacked by one of these two heroes, does have space for a right turret. Or we could, of course, get Atlas back, and Dimitri, and Atlas in particular has advanced estates and 2 endless stacks of gold, which maybe don't stack. So perhaps I should get them both in the same place. These towns are begging for a necromancer to be recruited, so I don't think we recruit them there. Most useful place we can recruit them is probably back over here in Portsmouth, because that way we can loop around to try and get some of these gold mines back. So I think we're going to start off with... We'll start off with Atlas. He's slightly weaker, but for the sake of the extra income, I think that does make sense. Atlas is going to start by claiming the ore mine, and we're going to start moving it down towards the south. It is a little bit dangerous, but I'm hoping the threat of Wyatch will scare Flint away. Let's grab Teleport 2 while we're here, although in fact he still doesn't have a spellbook, so that needs to be rectified. Hopefully he's not in range. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think for now we don't need to rush to get Dimitri back, although there is a bit he could do. Let's avoid getting Dimitri back, purely because we could probably use the flexibility later on to get him somewhere else. In particular, we do have at least 2 more turns this week to decide what to do. Okay, so gonna end the turn there, as green in fact appears, red does come to try and chase Atlas down, yellow somehow does reach Savan, who does have quite a big force, so this is not a good situation. No way we win this. We try to surrender, 10,000 gold needed, we have 7,000, so all we can really do is try and make use of slow and bloodlust, which isn't really gonna work. I guess we send the nomads up. But yeah, we're going to take heavy losses. So they pretty much immediately destroy our rangers. Let's move these up next. So we do get morale, but the Ogre Lords have not yet moved, neither the Cyclops. So these things have 5 speeds, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could go 1 step forward. It's not great, but that's the best we can do. As looks like they will go defensive. I think I've just blocked my own nomads, but never mind. This is pretty much a suicide mission. So, the thing we're most likely to get a kill on is perhaps... the war trolls will regenerate, so I guess... I'll try and focus down this 1 stack. Okay, 1 stack comes in to go for a block. We do begin the next round, but there's not really too much we can do. We could potentially slow the Cyclops down, but doesn't really help us. I guess we just throw ourselves in, or... No. No, I don't think Bloodlust makes sense. So, we could try and focus down the Hydras. We can reach those with multiple stacks. Maybe that's the best thing we can do, rather than go for the War Trolls. This is, yeah, not going to go too well. We do lose half of our Paladins. There's no point really going after the War Trolls at this point. We'll go for the Hydras instead. I'm actually going to put these between the Cyclops and the Master Swordsman. Then we go for this. Okay, so a few Hydras do go down. These guys just about survive for now. We're going to try once again to finish off the 1 stack, which doesn't quite work, but we do get to retaliate and finish them off, and we take a ton of damage to the Hydra, which does, of course, hit multiple stacks at once. And do we care to save these units? Savan, I think we should keep. He's one of our unique heroes. Although... no, he shouldn't overwrite Dimitri. That shouldn't be a thing. Okay, 0 to 1 kills if we go for this. I think we go for Bloodlust. try and make it happen. And we do just about make it to our next turn, and we do kill one more off. I think we just go straight for retreat. Okay, so I don't know if these guys are allies, but they choose not to attack each other. So it's Crodo, who's very weak, we should be able to hold that off, and Ariel, who has several black dragons. So stronger power stack than our best hero. That's a problem. Wyatch, I did make a mistake. I should have left just the champions behind. We can't now reach Flint, so I think Atlas has to go back. Not sure we can really hold these off. This town won't have produced enough units yet, and yep, no defense at all. Okay, we also, I guess... Actually, we can reach the boats. So we could just hang around. Yeah, we could pick up some units from Order's base. Kind of back to the situation we were in before. But it's either that or we lose the hero. And he does produce a lot of gold per turn. So we're going to go back to the ship. This guy has an awful lot of movement points. We know we can't be aerial, so this town is pretty much doomed. Best we can do is probably recruit 7 of these. Check we have the turrets, which we have just the one turret, so maybe not worth going for. We have both of these heroes available to us. Okay, I think we're going to have to just flee in this direction. Grab some attack. And see where this goes. Just gonna follow the path. We can see it actually does lead to one of Green's towns. But, oh wow, we're so close, but we can't make it, that sucks. Okay, we'll go to the idol, we'll hope that no one can reach us, and we'll hope we can attack on day 7 before it reinforces. This guy goes to this, and we don't really have too much else to do other than hang around by the Dragon City. Gonna go back to this town and build up the Mage Guild once again. So at level 4 we get Chain Lightning, Meteor Shower, and View All. So it'd be really great to get our best hero back here. Wyatch, I think, does stay aggressive. So these units, I guess just keep all of them. Champions do lower our morale, but they're kind of useful for the movement points. I guess with the undead though. Yeah, that's too much negative morale, it's not worth it. Units we can recruit, there's absolutely nothing left. I think we just push straight out, and I think we go towards Red's town. It might be that he comes back and takes the Wizard town back, that's not really a big problem. It does enable us to at least keep this town safe for now. So we'll force him to make a choice, we'll follow the path along. There is, in fact, a way across to Lakeside, which is guarded by whoever this hero is. I'm going to go this way just for the sake of being able to go to the observation tower. So that reveals this is Baroque, who's not too strong, Lakeside's not too well defended. We do have to worry about Thundax and his lots of Vampire Lords. Lots of Power Liches and lots of Bone Dragons. We do have 8 Titans, but that might not be enough. Okay, let's at least split off one of these into a 1 stack. Okay, we'll see how that goes. So Zom is going to go to this. It's 2,000 gold for 2,300 XP. We're going to say no to that. Going to go to this instead. Some losses expected. This guy is potentially quite important, so I think we try and hang on to all the units we can. Okay, so the mutant zombies don't do too much damage. Now we're looking 200 hit points left. We'll of course go for both these stacks. These guys skip their turn. And at this point, not really too much these can do. So the stack of 20 rushes forward, we'll skip the turn with these. pretty straightforward, no need to take losses. We'll go to Expert Necromancy, of course, and we do get ourselves an extra artifact, which is +2 attack, +2 defense, a little bit of extra gold, and we can get to the windmill just before the end of the week. That's gonna have to do for now, there's not really too much else we can do with that guy. If we go to the west, we could try and take this town back. I am kind of curious what happens if we just follow this round. But that's not really too far, and in fact, could maybe get to it this turn. So we'll go for this. Easy victory. Move across to this as well. Search the graves. Already been explored. Not too surprising. Does lower our morale. But this fight should be quite easy. We don't have quite enough movement points. Okay. Just gotta go for it, I think. I am a little bit reluctant to take on Ariel. Don't know her stats. Can we cast this spell? Does this tell us? No, clearly not. Okay. Identify hero, I got it mixed up. They might be too far away. We'll see. No, they're not. So 4 attack, 4 defense, pretty good spell casting, 6 black dragons, which isn't too bad. We could win that. But what else do they have? Let's have a look. So, purple, that's not purple, it's green. Green's strongest hero is this guy, who's also got pretty low stats, but maybe has more black dragons. Still, I think I'll take the risk. Okay, then back to this guy, not really too much to do, it's day 6, there's nothing else in the area. I think we just hang around. Okay, so that's all of our heroes now moved. We could potentially pick up another hero in this town and send them around the side. So, units to recruit. Actually quite a lot. 16 Vampire Lords, 15 Power Liches. Could go aggressive, but I do really want to try and get a Necromancer to that town. There is one slightly cheesy way we could do it, which is Zom does have the Statesman's Quill. So we could deliberately go towards UAC and then surrender. And then recruit him back here. I'm not going to rule that out, but I'm going to try and avoid that kind of cheesing. Okay, so we have already constructed the Mage Guild in this town. Other towns we should build up. I think this one is definitely threatened, but still worth building up for now. So upgraded armory is fairly cheap. Let's go for that. And let's have a look for a marketplace. Trade for a bit more wood. And what can we do? So, Darth Vader, we can see exactly what he has as well. Okay, so with that being the case, let's go ahead and maybe we should pick one of these two back up. Just to defend. So Dimitri's pretty good. Does come with the Traveler's Boots. This guy seems lower priority, but he does have some good passive stuff. I think we go for Dimitri, and we're going to pick up just a few of these. Sprites as well. Split off a stack of peasants, go for the right turret, and then hopefully we've got enough just to hold this guy off. Because yeah, he's all about his spell casting, 278 spell points, 23 spell power. Just need to take him out as quick as possible. Do we go to the Standing Stones, try and come back? I don't think we have enough movement points, so we're not going to bother doing that. Still have 5 wood left to go, so let's just have a look through. So this town is safe for now. Not too much we can really do. Yeah, I think we leave that be for now. So just going to end the turn there. So, as expected, someone has emerged to attack us. Let's see exactly who it is. So it's not Joe Josh. Could we have held this off if we took the town? To be fair, probably not. Let's have a look. Oh, maybe. Only 10 spell points, 3 already spent, 1 spell power. Meanwhile, our lightning bolt, 200 points of damage, this does 240. If we go for it on this stack, kills half of them off. So yeah, in the town, that would have been fine. Unicorns might be tough. Okay, goes for Bless on the unicorns, which hopefully can't reach us. Yeah, should be safe from those. Okay, we'll go for Cold Ray on these because they've not moved yet. And I guess maybe skip the turn, because I don't want to go towards the goblins. Yeah, that seems fine. So these are 4 speed, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can afford to go a little bit closer. They move up to defend. We go for Cold Ray on this stack. Finish them off. Now I guess we pull back. So unicorns are blessed once again. That's probably all of their spell points gone, but we've not really got too much ourselves. Next round begins. We'll go for Cold Ray on this. Killed a few. We definitely stand a chance. So 5 speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty difficult to avoid. I think we go down to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, pretty much know we can stay safe from this. I think we just move up. Next round begins. Go for Cold Ray once again. Then we go for this with the strongest deck we can. Do get luck in response, so we definitely win this. Okay, so successful victory. We're going to go for Advanced Wisdom, I think. Okay, we can see that green and orange are in fact enemies, and wow. So F-Heroes 2 AI, not perfect. Anticipates a victory, doesn't get it. Heavy losses expected. 20 Bone Dragons. Let's see if we can do better. I'm not sure how the spellcasting situation changes things, but YH is a good spellcaster. Take a shot from 33 Power Liches. Actually really well. So the Bone Dragons do move next. Can't actually slow them. This guy, of course, does have the extremely powerful elemental summoning ability. So we're paying half the price and getting twice as many, thanks to our artifacts. Hypnotize has no effect. I guess we summon Earth Elementals. So Lightning Bolt, 300 points of damage, that kills 2 Bone Dragons. Not really enough. Steel Skin on these. That's also really tempting. But I think we are going to make use of these. So we'll go for that first. This will get 3 to 5 kills, as these are the next to move. That does make sense, although it could also just wipe out the Vampire Lords. But no, I'm going to go for these. Do kill off 5. And we still survive all 8 Titans. 24 skeletons lost. If we go for this, 0 kills. 17 left. No point doing it at the Vampire Lords either. We could just absorb the retail. But that only really protects... well, the rocks do move next. So I guess that makes sense. Could fly across to the Power Liches. I think, for now, we take the free damage. Okay, 72 of these. How much will they do? 3 to 4 kills. Not bad. Goes for Disrupting Ray, and now chooses to target the rocks instead. 61 hit points to go. 2 to 3 kills. I think this time round, Cold Ray kills 1 off. Maybe Steel Skin. Try and minimize those losses. And let's go for these instead. Do lose our first Titan. Rocks take quite a lot of damage. Let's fly these across, and they're not going to do enough damage, so we just go for the block. Okay, so in terms of absorbing the retail, there's not really too much of a need. I guess, though, maybe still makes sense. We're only really protecting the Earth Elementals, but that's still better than nothing. In fact, we do kill them off. Goes for Dispel to get rid of the Steel Skin. Okay. So we do have the option of going for even more Elementals, but I think we're fine on that front. If we go for something like Bless, that's kind of overkill. I think just Steel Skin again. Make sure we're really well protected. Okay, Rocks survive for now. That's perfect, so we're going to waste 33 Power Lich's turn just by staying in place. These go be bait. These, I think, just rush forward. Next round begins, goes for the spell once again, that's fine, that's all of their spell points gone. We move in for this, 21 to 31 kills. What else could we do? So we could haste the Earth Elementals, that's probably wise. Yeah, because Mummies move next, we do want to go for the block. And do we go for this attack on the mutant zombies? I think we don't. I think we go to the corner. So Royal Mummies actually do still move first, so the haste didn't really help us at all. We have 5 speed, these have 6, so yeah, that didn't really work. Okay, fine. We'll go for these, and we should still be able to reach next turn. These things should have enough hit points to survive, plus the fact that the Vampire Lord is there perhaps protects us from being the choice of target for the Power Liches, although FPR is 2 AI. I'm not sure how it thinks. Might decide Earth Elementals are not a real target. Yeah, it does in fact decide that, so we're down to 150 hit points, able to attack a stack of our choice. Let's just go for these. These move up to block us, so potentially still no way through. Maybe in that case... Yeah, we can't slow the Power Liches. 150 hit points. We go for Cure, that's 6 spell points, so same as Steel Skin. I think Steel Skin's better. Only 6 of these left, so let's go for the Mutant Zombies instead. Wow, okay, so we missed the turn through bad morale, but we can now block these off. And at this point, no need to spend any more spell points. Chooses to flee, so the loss is nowhere near as bad as Auto-Resolve, 1 Titan down, but that is Red's strongest hero pretty much out. We're going to go for Advanced Estates, and Red now goes very defensive. Yellow very much on the warpath, a loss expected against this guy. Let's see what we can do. 3 turrets should be enough, so the Magic Arrow is strong enough to take out one of our stacks. Okay, so 6 spell points is enough for Cold Ray. Need to wipe these out. Try and finish off the stacks as soon as we can. So a stack we can kill, we can't kill these, can't kill these, gotta go for this. Please move away just in case. Goes for Magic Arrow once again. Just about survive, but the luck does finish us off, and now still not quite enough damage. No spell points left, this is going to be tight. Can't kill off either stack. Just gotta go for these. So if he just goes for Magic Arrow, we're fine. If he goes for a mass damage spell, to be fair, only really Chain Lightning would have worked. Somehow though, these survive with 5 hit points, and that's going to cost us Dimitri. Really unfortunate. Nope, I stand corrected. Misunderstood turn order. So we take the ultimate crown, which mysteriously disappears along with the ultimate shield, the ultimate staff. That's a shame. And Orange potentially coming for revenge. Up here with Jezebel, who's not too strong. So that should be fine. Alright, so strongest hero on the map potentially is now dealt with. Day 7, this should be fine. Just go straight for it. We'll give them a chance to cast some spells. Okay, so do we rush forward with our stack of 6? I think we go slightly forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go to here for now. Does mean they can cast a spell. But we'll see what happens. Actually go for slow on the veteran pikeman, kind of surprised by that. This obviously has to be done. But perhaps play it safe on these. Make sure they can't do too much. Okay, so Rialdo is taken out. We also take back this town just before the start of the new week. And do we get Savan back? I guess we probably do. I'm not sure if this is the right place, but we'll have a think about it. So this is obviously a great situation. A swarm of skeletons is kind of scary, but definitely beatable. And I don't really know what Red has left to stop us. We go towards Sansabar, that's pretty weakly defended. I think we should go towards the stronger of the two. We should also probably take out Flint. Although if we did take out Flint, they could reinforce this town. But I don't think that puts me off. So we're going to split these up. And do we go to the gazebo first? If it levels us up, I will. But yeah, nowhere near. Okay. 7 titans. Is this enough? I think we actually go back to this guy and we go identify hero once again, because it appears to work everywhere. So 8 bone dragons. We've obviously spent quite a few of our spell points, but can still go for elementals. Is this their strongest? Which one is the Thieves Guild? This one. So their strongest is actually this hero, and I'm not sure where that hero is. I think we still go for Flint, just to protect this town, also protect this town, and also buy a bit of freedom for Atlas. Let's do it. So victory is expected. No, loss is expected. Wow, okay, so it's meant to be tougher. Obviously though, we can just go for the summon. And I think we play it safe, especially if a loss is expected. Okay, so 2 to 3 kills against these, or 9 to 12 against these, so we can pretty much finish off that stack. However, it looks like we could go for a full block. We should have time. No, they go for the haste. Okay, so that's going to be bad. Don't take a loss just yet. Shouldn't attack with these. So still no loss for now. Let's go for the attack on this stack. Absorb the retaliation. These can't really do too much. I guess we just go forward and block off the Magi. These are free to attack, so they get 3 kills. These have 6 speed. These also have 6. As the attacker, I think we should move first next round. But no, I stand corrected. I think we did take a loss. Or perhaps not quite. 4 hit points left. Wow. But no way to stay safe. Because we can kill these off, but then the Magi kill us. So we'll take a loss. Yeah, nothing we can do. Yeah, they're not stupid, they do go for it. Okay, that's a shame, but that should be the only loss we take. Stand corrected, they've also got quite powerful spellcasting. Turn our elementals to stone, which I kind of thought they already were. Let's have a look. So 11 spell power. Next lightning bolt shouldn't be strong enough to kill us. Goes for those instead. Wow, okay. Fine. It's worth it. So we can still reach this. Hopefully before it stocks up. 264 skeletons against 5 titans. If we can get our spell points back. Might be worth it, but there's no nearby well. So I think we have to go back. Yep, so we'll go back towards this. What we could do is we could upgrade the Cloud Castle in this town instead and pick up a couple of Titans. However, this town of course has much more in stock. If we go for Mage Gear level 5, we actually need a lot of Mercury for that. Okay, let's go back to this guy instead, and if we were to go for this... that might be a step too far, but... that's the biggest threat in the area. So that's probably the best thing we can do. Do we take our chances? Her stats are really low. So yeah, I think we do go towards that. Grab ourselves the boost. Go to the gazebo, which won't level us up. This town should be safe for at least one turn. So that takes us into next week. Grab extra spell power. Do we go for this as well? Doesn't seem to be a downside. So view artifacts we already have. Go to this for extra morale. And magic well for our spell points back. Okay, so this hero is maybe a choice to try and fight off UAC. UAC is moving towards this town. Not really too upset if we lose this. Not really too much we can do to defend it. With it being day 7, perhaps we try to get Savan back in this town. Although, this seems like the kind of place Dimitri should go. Can't believe he survived that with one peasant. I think he did that specifically because I've had so many comments telling me how useless peasants are. The one surviving peasant we owe everything to. Without that one peasant, would have been in a bad way. Alright, so this is all probably fine. Let's go to the Standing Stone and let's go to the west. Stop off at this. Go to the Oasis next turn. And I guess we go for this too. This is not going to be super easy. 4 spell points. It could go wrong. We'd really need a well, but just have to hope we break through. We don't have ballistics. Do wish we did. Okay, I think we split 2 of these off. And we're going to take the chance. So victory is expected. I will play this out just in case auto-resolve is incorrect, but we do break straight through. Magic arrow, 80 points of damage. Let's go for it on the strongest stack we can. Move these down. And I'm not sure they have turrets. Yeah, no turrets at all, so it's a pretty weak town. Okay, so they moved into defend, that's fine. These will attempt to cross. Okay, so these break through. I think we ignore the goblins perhaps, although that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want these to reach us. But that said, maybe it's for the best. Apparently I misclicked, never mind. These do now come down to attack us. These will start to cross. Okay, Paladin is absorbing all the hits completely fine. Still 45 hit points to go. Let's go for the stack of 19. Another Nomad is lost. These move up. Okay, Paladin still absorbing all the hits completely fine. Let's wipe these out. These skip their turn. These go for this, take the retail fine, and we finish them off. So do actually take more losses than the auto-resolve, but that is completely fine. This town is actually really good. So it does lack the turrets, but it also has a red tower. And this might be a good place to pick up Savan. Just so you can explore. This guy could also explore. Have to be a bit careful. Alright, so going back to Atlas, if we go to the north and land, we could try and take this back. We could also just go ahead, go to Order's base, pick up some reinforcements at the start of next week. Let's just double check this. So there will be at least 2 weeks worth of units. I'm not sure if that's where we want to prioritize spending. I think we just go straight south and land. Then back to Zom, he has no hope of victory against UAC, but what he could do is he could move to the west and get us Weed Patch back. That's got to be the best thing he can do. So we're going to go for this, and I think just wait on top of the stables. Could just push on though. Yeah, if we push straight on, we can still reach it next turn. So let's do that. Okay, that should bring UAC back. Then I think we do go ahead and pick up Savan. It's a little bit risky. I do want to use him as a scout, and that is fine to do. If we lose him, we can just get him back. So fast units available to us, we're going to get just one of these. They're very fast speed. These guys are average. Battle Dwarves, I think average 2. These are very fast too actually, so we'll go for 3 of these. Just for the speed. Split these up. I've actually done this in slightly the wrong order. So this guy moves to the side. Okay, so Savan is going to explore to the south. We can see that red is coming towards us with Arta. Arta is not their strongest, and there's nothing we can do to fight her off. So he's already going to be lost again, but we do at least have a chance to save Logan. So Rialdo has become available to us. I can't see Rialdo without thinking of Ronaldo, or Rivaldo, the old Brazilian footballer. Okay, so 4 Phoenixes available. I am tempted to recruit these purely because it will stop the opponent from doing so. These spells aren't too great. Yeah, I think we should trade, just to make that happen. So I'm willing to trade for 5. Then we go back to this, and this is kind of overkill, but we could pick them up on our way out, which is probably worth doing. So let's go in, bring these together. Take these away, and is there anything else we want to stop them recruiting? I think if they have any power stacks... So we don't mind too much if they recruit dwarves or sprites, but perhaps we do want to deny them the unicorns. And then we just take these away. Surprisingly, they've not gone for this at all. Guess we'll grab it. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Hector, it is the end of the week, so he's good where he is for now. This town being quite badly threatened, we probably don't risk spending any gold on it, but we can go back to this one. Could maybe trade for the stronger mage guild, although... Is there a need? We could trade the sulfur. We're also very close to being able to upgrade our necromancer town, but this is kind of a bit too isolated. I don't think it really helps us too much. For that reason, I think the safest option is probably just to hang on to our gold and our wood for now, and see what happens over the next turn. Okay, gonna end the turn there. So, as expected, we do get attacked. Hopefully we can save Savan. They are gonna get the first couple of moves. They don't go for a spell though. So we do get to move. We have 6 spell points, cold ray, 80 points of damage. That is going to kill off 2 unicorns. Let's do that. And let's retreat. They don't go straight for the town. Red does emerge from the south, and oh, I thought Zom was further away. The good news about this is we could just do the surrender thing. It should be cheap. Yeah, 4,000 gold. I think we fight briefly, but not for too long. So 1 kill on this, 2 to 3 kills on this. I think we go for these. They are the immediate threat. Goes for paralyze on those. We lose quite a few skeletons. These move up for the block. Cyclops rush forward. We go for this attack. 1 to 2 kills. 2 to 4 if we go for it on the war trolls. Thing is, these have not yet moved, and they are the bigger threat. If we go for it on this stack instead, 0 to 1 kills, not too helpful. Yeah, I don't want to involve these too much. We should be able to take a hit from the Ogre Lords. It's not going to be nice. Let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can reach us. Want to stay away from these. They can reach us no matter where we go, though. Go for the attack on these. 0 to 1 kills. I think we probably just have to accept that the red dragons are likely to be lost, although they would work as a meat shield. I'm going to send them up. Problem is, Cyclops can attack straight through them, but perhaps we can bait them into doing something else. Okay, next round begins, so this time round, probably want to hit the Cyclops. We go for haste. Haste gives us 2 extra speed, so these guys have 4 speed, that takes them up to 6, so they could go and attack the Cyclops, but doesn't really help us. We can't do anything about these being paralyzed for 17 turns. Haste on these is really the only useful thing we can do. And we can get 1 kill if we go for this, which is obviously not enough. Do we weaken this stack instead? Could go for these 2 stacks as well, just do some damage. Do like the idea of damaging the war trolls. But this is the power stack, and I do want to see them get weakened. 2 to 3 kills if we attack with the skeletons. Can we go for a block that works? I'm not sure if it does work, but I will go for it. Oh no, we do get just immediately taken out. And Cyclops are going to move next, and they can attack straight through us, so our best option is really just to move across. Or, this is the point we surrender. 3,200 gold. Let's just say yes. So we have done some damage, and we have kept them away from our town, very briefly. Purple goes back and goes defensive. Weak of the Crusader, but we've not upgraded any of our cathedrals. Still have to take on Ariel, and we'll potentially need to worry about Arta as well. Okay, so Wyach has gone back to the town. Not really strong enough to take this on, but there's quite a lot still for us to do next episode. Overall, I think we have made progress. We've taken out the, on paper, in terms of pure stats, strongest hero on the map. Do have Zom still available to us, and still plenty to do. But I'm going to end the episode here. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.